damage from Hurricane Dorian, leading to the staff relocating twice before finding their current centralized location. Now, Minister Boleg highlighting the importance of providing his team with a functional workspace.
It's a building of opportunity for the bright young minds of Grand Bahama. It's a place where innovation can flourish, where ideas can be nurtured, and where the future of our island and our nation can be shaped. I now officially declare these office space open to the public of Grand Bahama.
With the doors now open, attendees having the opportunity to witness firsthand the new office of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture.
It's an attractive office. When you enter, you can see that, this is the place for the young people. And if we don't take care of young people, they won't take care of us. So I have to make sure, this is like they say, this legit.
Now, the minister says that this office is where dreams will take flight and aspirations will become reality. This is just one of the many successes the ministry will see as ground will be broken for an aquatic center at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant.
Great news there, Azure. Well, over 150 contractors attending the Ministry for Grand Bahamas Contractors Workshop at the Manor House this morning. Chairman of the Tenders Committee at the Ministry, Faraz Roll, noting that the workshop was organized after observing that many contractors on the island were unfamiliar with using the e-procurement portal and accessing bids. This one-day session aiming to equip them with the necessary knowledge and skills.
Persons signed up, persons brought their laptops, and they're eager to learn how to get into the portal, how to access government jobs, and the process afterwards. We have the Port Authority here, we have Inland Revenue here, we have Ministry of Works here, and we have the Ministry for Grand Bahama officials here. From here, we're going to look at it, we're going to sit down as a team at the Tenders Committee, and we're going to see how we can fit this for now actual vendors in the whole island of Grand Bahama.
Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, also present to welcome the contractors. She emphasized that one of the key missions of the Davis administration and her ministry in particular is to empower Grand Bahamians by fostering an environment where opportunities for growth and success are readily available.
We recognize that when implementing change or policies, a critical component of this is communication and instruction. So we brought you here today to show you exactly what is needed to be done, how to do it, and explain the full process. We believe that this platform provides a welcoming, user-friendly environment, even for the not-so-tech-savvy contractor. It levels the playing field, and everyone gets a chance to be seen and considered where necessary. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are about. All things being equal, where positioning yourselves for opportunities is concerned.
Switching gears now, a cruise line that travels from West Palm Beach to Grand Bahama has failed a surprise inspection, according to a number of media outlets. The Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, operated by Margaritaville at Sea, formerly Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, failed a surprise inspection conducted by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. CruiseHive.com reports that there are a number of issues noted during the inspection on May 1, and the ship must now correct those issues or it could be prevented from sailing. According to the article, Margaritaville at Sea Paradise had concerns noted in 65 different areas, including food preparation in both guest and crew facilities, cleaning procedures, food storage, pool maintenance, plumbing cleanliness, and medical facility cleanliness. The site adds that in total, Margaritaville at Sea Paradise's score was calculated at 83. The CDC considers any score of 85 or lower to be unsatisfactory. The cruise line will implement as many corrective options as possible and submit a report on their efforts, after which a new surprise inspection will be held to verify those corrections. Well, in other news, a wave of vandalism has struck two fast food restaurants. Both Burger King and Pollo Tropical, located at Ranfilly Circle, have been targeted. The Burger King manager, Anne-Marie Delavaux, says nothing was stolen. However, they were left with a substantial amount of damage to the equipment.
coming on the scene, I noticed that the front door was damaged. All the glass was break off it, and they ransacked the place and they cut up the wires to our registers and break up a couple of the monitors. The monitor in the area where the TV, one of the district TVs was down, and basically, and damage to the office. The Poor Tropical was vandalized also, where they had some windows broken in.
Now, according to Delaveau, this is the second break-in within a week for Burger King, indicating a worrying trend of vandalism in the area.
We got a call where we had a break-in on Saturday just as well, where they vandalized the office store and the front door entrance, and they came in and they vandalized a little bit, but not as much. I had to make a decision to relocate some of my employees to another location to give them some assistance while the police did their investigation.
Now, police officials are actively investigating this matter. Well, it has been about 2 weeks since fires on Abaco have ripped through the island. Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco giving an update. Shalia Roll has that story.
18 days of burning bush, embers flying, and smoke filling areas on the island of Abaco as firemen worked tirelessly to extinguish the flames that left Abaco residents begging for rain.
Everybody on island, we are praying for at least a full day of rain to properly soak down the ground.
While investigations continue, reports indicate that some of the fires have strong evidence that arson was a contributing factor.
So one of the first fires was at the Marsh Harbor Old Government Clinic, and that was set by someone which the police's quick action apprehended the suspect. More recently, the debris pile from the Shantytown demolition was set, and there was multiple eyewitnesses saying they saw a white car leaving the premises right at the time it was set, and there were no forest fires around that area at that time. So the evidence is mounting. There will be a full investigation. I don't want to say too much more, but I know that all of these are not due to just the natural forest fires.
John Pinder, Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco, says that while making an assessment of the fire, there has been no reports of major damages to homes on the island.
Here at SC Boodle Highway, where there has been a couple other fires that have started up this morning, I want to say again how thankful I am to the Royal Bahamas Police Force Fire Division that they came in to assist the local volunteer fire brigades that are on scene. As you can see, we have both trucks out here working hand in hand to fight these fires. These, as you know, spread from Spring City all the way up north along SC Boodle Highway through Marsh Harbor and whatnot. I am very proud to say that we have not lost a single home. Some derelict buildings, some minor equipment, a trailer or two, but no homes were lost.
Pinder says conversations with the DRM chairman is ongoing, and they are creating an environmentally safe plan to quickly extinguish fires that the island may encounter. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
Well, good news. Residents report that there has been a downpour of rain on Friday. Well, when we come back, hear how 60 students changed their lives for the better. That story, sports, and a whole lot more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good conch salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
On June 16th, guests are invited to join for Sunday brunch at the Grand Ballroom of the Grand Lucayan Hotel for the Father's Day edition, celebrating all dads. Enjoy an exquisite full buffet and live entertainment. Tickets are on sale now at Lighthouse Point Lobby.
Visit the Seafood Hub for signature seafood dishes, shrimp, conch, lobster, fish, salmon, with a variety of specialty rices. The Millennium Mall, phone 533-9597.
Come shop at Pennyworth Variety Store, now open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Located number 9, Justin's Plaza, Martintown, 8 Mile Rock. Pennyworth Variety Store. Shop smart, pay less. Phone 821-6269.
Beach, we're like, yeah. You can't even imagine what this looks like. You can't describe it to anybody. They just really have to see it for themselves.
From the mystery of the caves to the pristine beaches, the mystical blue hole.
This is the capital of the Berry Island, which is Great Abaco. Right now, we're coming through the channel.
You get to see Raven Davis. Hop over. Come dive.
Fishing, community, and the untold stories.
I found that it was nothing like home.
Wow.
So I actually left and came back to Berry Islands to work with him and keep the family business going.
Hear why the Berry Islands is one of the Bahamas' best kept secrets. Only on the ZNS Network.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Good news coming from Jack Hayward High School as scores of students received the gospel and accepted Jesus as their Lord and Savior. This as members of the Christian Council visited the school to pray for the students, teachers, and administration. She reports.
Bowing in reverence is what was seen at Jack Hayward Senior High School as members of the Christian Council prayed for the students, administration, and teachers. Many teenagers were moved as prayer warriors made a call for them to receive the gospel and be saved.
There were scores and scores of young people that just came and just responded, and I say to God be all the glory, great things he has done.
Today is a wonderful day. So many students gave their lives to God. So many students responded to the call, to the altar call, and publicly not only acknowledged God, but gave their lives to his son, Jesus Christ.
So I'm excited about that. New change, new life, new beginning for many of them, a restart for many of them, just knowing that God is there for them, no matter what it is they're going through, no matter what it is they're facing, they know that they serve a God who is bigger than.
The Grand Bahama Christian Council started this initiative in wake of a brawl at a local school. Reverend Kenneth Lewis, president of the Christian Council, says that this was the time to see a change in schools.
We wanted the schools, the principal, the parents, and the students to know that we support them, that they can call upon the Christian Council.
Pastor Eric Lockhart, president of the North Bahamas Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, says that the response from the students was overwhelming and that the Christian Council belief in the power of prayer was able to change lives.
We believe that we need to keep Grand Bahama and this northern region as safe as possible, and we recognize that without prayer, this nation will go down. And so we've come together as a group of individuals who believe in the power of prayer. We've seen God work. We understand that prayer changes things. And just today, this was a wonderful experience just to see the tears flowing from the eyes of the children, just to see that commitment in them, to see that they would have come through struggles, but just to know that there are people who love them and care enough to come and show that with them.
The Christian Council will continue to make an impact on students throughout the islands as they visit schools hosting prayer meetings. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
Great story, Shalia. In other news, the month of May is recognized as National Speech and Hearing Month. This is a time when speech therapy specialists around the world, such as Hannah Gilbert, attempts to raise awareness about communication disorders in providing life-altering treatment. Jay Philippe reports.
The month of May is recognized as National Speech and Hearing Month. This is a time when speech therapy specialists around the world, such as Hannah Gilbert, attempt to raise awareness about communication disorders while providing life-altering treatment.
what I'm doing to commemorate that is basically, just getting into the community. This is one of the forms, right? And letting persons know that speech therapy is here, and if they ever need the resource, it's here.
The Grand Bahamian, who received her master's degree at Howard University, has been working as a professional speech therapist for the last 4 years.
I just knew I wanted to help people, and I wanted to do it in different ways, in ways that it was needed most. And my aunt introduced me to speech and language. I looked into it, and I just fell in love. I've always had a soft spot for people that needed extra assistance.
For those who may have or had difficulty with speech rehabilitation, the process is not easy, but the resources are available. This, according to Gilbert.
If you ever had questions on why your child may be delayed in their speaking, or if you have a loved one that had a stroke, you have a first person to contact now. You can always come here, speak to our lovely team, and we'll make sure that you get sorted out with some resources.
And even during the rehabilitation process, getting the right help is important.
The most important thing here is to support each other and to raise awareness to all the speech and language impediments that we have in the Bahamas that you may not even know about.
Gilbert's love for helping others started in the 11th grade as a high school student, and since then her passion for helping others has been her push.
Honestly, I'm humbled to be able to bring such a needed field here. To me, I always think it's client first, so just to see the joy and being able to help people and see the progress, that's humbling.
Hannah Gilbert is a certified language, speech, and licensed therapist who provides speech therapy services on Grand Bahama in the downtown area in 17 Plaza. She is the CEO of Flamingo Lingo and lead speech therapist for the business that has been in operation now for 2 years. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
Well, Reach Out Youth Organization is gearing up to host their 12th annual Cecil Thompson Men United March with a twist as they are marching to bring awareness to the missing people in Grand Bahama.
We'll be marching on a cause because of so many missing persons here on the island of Grand Bahama. So we're making an appeal to loved ones who lost a loved one, who went missing for the past year or two, to please come out and support the march.
I'm so pleased that you're bringing attention, using the platform of the Cecil Thompson Men United March to bring attention to those loved ones, those fathers and mothers and grandparents, and everyone who would have gone missing in Grand Bahama in recent time.
This year's Men's United March is set to be held on Monday, May 20th, 2024 at 10 a.m. The march for the course will begin at the Chano Beach corner with a walk through Smith's Point, then back onto Chano Beach for a family fun day. Well, the Back of Town Association is staging their very first Spring Splash this coming Monday on May 20th. Committee members Turquoise Lewis and L.A. Smith speaking on the importance of coming together as a group of people with one goal in mind, to assist residents from the Back of Town who are in need. Sponsor Jonathan Smith tells us that the funds received from the event will be used to give back to the community.
Came together to help, to make that general effort to help the community at large. Rather not just helping one person one at a time, we tried to see if we could do as a group effort to help a group of persons.
I want to also highlight that to show the positivity and the positive people what could come from the background community. And we see our mission and our community being very, very transparent in what we're doing. And we feel that we're going to reach other areas where it be other communities in Grand Bahama or other communities in the Bahamas. They could take this as a template and they could do towards their community.
We have a lineup of DJs that we play in different genres of music. We also going to have some good food out there, some water activities. We'll be giving out prizes. It's just going to be overall a great time. come prepared to be surprised. The biggest splash ever.
And that's a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
Coming up in sports, we've got a major volleyball tournament happening on the island this weekend. We've got the details on that plus more. So stick around. Sports is up next.
Barbara Johnson. Nishi Ellis. Don't miss the best of the best. Turks and Caicos Islands. June 27th through 30th. TCI. Be there.
Nassau, Bahamas, we are coming. I'm Dr. Rod Hepburn from Jump Ministries Global Church, and we're coming with a prayer breakfast. You heard me right. A prayer breakfast that will begin at 7 a.m. in the morning. We got a special surprise and a special launch.
But here's the kick. It's only for the first 100 people who register.
So if you're 101, I'm sorry, that one person you can't come in.
Don't wait till the last minute.
Don't wait for the last minute. May the
26th
be there and get blessed.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
The origin of the expo event started with the idea of thinking, how could we connect our local Bahamian entrepreneurs or persons wanting to explore entrepreneurship with the significant growth spurt that we are about to experience in the tourism industry in Grand Bahama. We have seen so much during our travels, and we wanted to bring some of what we saw to the Bahamian people. Another very important reason for having this business expo is to allow those persons who may see a unique opportunity to be able to respond to Carnival's request for interest in excursion operation. It is Grand Bahamas turnaround season. This is the time to dream big and set strategic goals to accompany your dreams. Because a dream without a strategy is only a dream.
That was Port in a Minute, brought to you by the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Be sure to tune in next time for more updates.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs, and welcome to Sports. We've got a whole lot of updates for you this evening, so let's start with volleyball. The second battle of the island's volleyball tournament is expected to be action-packed this weekend, according to GB Volleyball Association President Whitney Ambrister.
We have 9 teams scheduled to come down. So we have 5 women and 4 men. So that includes players from Long Island, Nassau, UB. We have a few of the night league teams, and Abaco is bringing a men's team this year.
There's a lot of bragging rights up for grabs and some ongoing trash talk between the teams.
We have a new team entering, the Unruly 7, and he is actually a Grand Bahamian who will be playing on that team, Jonathan Garland. He was disappointed because Grand Bahama men beat them for Bahamas games. He played with Exoma, so he made that very clear. We do have an array of former national team players that will be representing and playing this weekend.
The tournament takes place at the YMCA, with 9 teams and 22 games expected to play. Don't miss the final day of competition this Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. Next in sports, the Northern Bahamas High School Soccer Championships officially underway here in Grand Bahama. The PJ Bethel Marlins out of Abaco and GB High School All-Stars played to a tie, and the final score in that one was 5-5. There will be more games played this Saturday at the YMCA. At 10 a.m., the Marlins will take on the St. George's Jaguars, and later on at 4 p.m., they'll take on the local champions out of Grand Bahama, the LIS Buccaneers. And lastly in sports, Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty are 2-0 to start the 2024 WNBA season. They defeated the Indiana Fever 102-66 yesterday evening. Jones finished with a double-double, 14 points, and pulled down 11 rebounds. They'll take on the Fever in a rematch tomorrow at 1 p.m. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Paul Dingus Thompson Softball Invitational continues this weekend at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex softball field, with championships set to take place on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. And that'll do it on your Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs. As always, be safe, be great, and have a great weekend.
Thanks, Shane. Here's your check on your local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Don't go away. We continue to celebrate nurses this month during our Facebook Friend of the Day.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
The Grand Bahama Utility Company Water Department is calling all customers in High Rock, McLeanstown, Gambier Point, Freetown, Rocky Creek, Bevanstown, Turtle Cove, and Pelican Point to come meet their representatives May 23rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the High Rock Administrator's Office to discuss accounts and easily pay water bills on site.
JMC Gaming TCI, JS Events Freeport, and Shisha Lounge TCI present the best of the best Turks and Caicos and Bahamas concert weekend. June 27th through 30th. Thursday, day 1, the People's Rush at the Fish Fry at 7 p.m. Featuring the We Funk Chunkanu Group with special guests, Saxon's Brass. Friday, day 2, Casino Royal Day from 1 to 4 p.m. Friday night, the Welcome Party at Shisha Lounge from 10 p.m. Featuring TCI's Most Wanted, DJ Shay, DJ Young Squad, and the Prime DJ. Saturday, day 3, Day Away Beach Party. Noah's Ark from 12 midday to 4 p.m. Then Saturday night is the best of the best concert, Grace Bay Village, from 9 p.m. Featuring live from TCI, Brad, Mikey and Kool-Aid, Gemma, Robert Johnson, from the Bahamas, D-Mac, KP, Chino T, Elon Mopsy, Veronica Bishop, Sweet Emily, Nishi LS, Afe, and Stevie S. For more info, phone 649-231-0018 or email comegowithmeweekend@gmail.com.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Nurse Brittany Deal, you are our Facebook Friend of the Day. We appreciate your commitment as a nurse and to our community. We also wish Miriam Stanford over there in Ontario, Canada, a special happy birthday. We hope that you are enjoying. And that is going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire Northern Service team, I'm Raven Davis. Don't go away. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, Rastas decry insufficient cannabis consultation. Reflections of a day. Customer service inland revenues top priority. And in sports, all systems go for primary track nationals. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here, faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. It's not just about smoking dope for the Rastafarian community, who insists they feel more than a little disrespected after the government tabled the cannabis bill in the House of Assembly this week. Cleopatra Murphy has their story.
A slap in the face is how the Rastafarian community sees the recently tabled cannabis bill, with Prophet Jah Mekibo insisting engagement with government fell far short of consultation.
Consultation is where you speak with somebody, you get ideas, you go back, formulate things. A meeting is when you come in and you tell us this is what it is and this is what it's going to be, and that's what we got. We didn't got a consultation. We was waiting for other meeting with them. What constitute a consultation? But we never got that.
He says the sole meeting was prior to Attorney General Ryan Pinder revealing the proposed legislation to the media last year, and this despite the Rastafarian community pushing members to make their concerns known on the government's website. What's more, Bo and others say they are still uncertain what changes were made after officials said they intended to hold additional consultations, with Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville, assuring the House of Assembly Wednesday that community leaders and experts were widely engaged. Priest Marcus insists Rastafarians are unsatisfied.
We should be given a part of the stake inside of the industrial as using the medical marijuana in the distribution, so you say, aspect of things. Because we were the vanguard of this long time. We were the people who were showing that this herb is not a drug. This is not dangerous. This is not something no gateway drugs. So you say, and so we looking for INA to really be more respected.
His comments come as the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration moved last month to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. For its part, government plans to legalize medical cannabis and decriminalize small amounts of marijuana under 30 grams, also allowing Rastafarians to use cannabis as a sacrament. Copeland Smith, acting chairman of the House of Rastafari Intermansion Collective, still has concerns.
Some of the main concerns from the initial draft is the whole talk of using the sacrament only in the tabernacle. The body is the tabernacle of the Lord. You know, this is our tabernacle. So we were looking for the freedom to use the sacrament, you know, at our residence, at the tabernacle, even at different events or different places that we deem worthy, social assemblies.
The Rastafarians insist they want reparations for the persecution they have faced, but was also concerned the legislation could add to the black market by shutting out those who are already in the industry, insisting there should be a way to make them legit.
Don't you think they want to stop being illegal in this market and be able to put their money in the bank and do something saying that they know cannabis and they already illegally working in it? What are we doing to our citizenry when we just going to keep on penalizing them and giving one set of people a clear door?
The draft legislation proposes that only Bahamian citizens 21 and older or a legal entity that is at least 100% owned by Bahamians will be able to apply for a license to handle cannabis. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
In other news, if you've secured an auto H&L loan, you may be eligible for a refund. The Securities Commission revealing that the auto company miscalculated the interest on loans between 2019 and 2023, landing auto H&L in breach of the Rate of Interest Act. The company admitting to the miscalculations and agreed to reimburse past and present clients impacted. However, due to an on-site accident, auto H&L officials admit certain client records were irreparably damaged. The commission requires the auto company to contact all those who may have been impacted. If this pertains to you, email loan documentation detailing loan terms and interest rate, payment receipts or other proof of payment, identification, and a valid bank account to Baker Tilly accountants at info@bakertilly.bs. Attention, Craig A. Tony Gomez. Persons may not be able to secure a refund if the documents are not submitted by August 30th. Well, those digital platform issues that plagued the Department of Inland Revenue's tax portal at the start of the year have been ironed out. Frustration erupted within the business community in January when companies trying to file value-added tax returns couldn't do so due to the platform not accepting electronic payments. While admitting a better job could have been done with communication, Economic Affairs Minister Senator the Honorable Michael Alcides thanked the public for their patience.
We are looking at the area of customer service very strongly because we hear the issues and the concerns, the complaints, and so we are aggressively looking at the issue of addressing customer services, both in terms of procedures and in terms of having, a full complement of individuals in place to be able to, receive queries and intelligently respond to the public.
Efforts to recover that over $800 million in government revenue loss from taxes not collected from real property owners has been working.
It's not the intent of the government or not the wish of the government to acquire anybody's property. Most residential properties in the Bahamas are not subject to property tax. And so when we talk about the issue of property tax, we're basically talking about commercial properties, rental properties, issues and cases that have been just many, many years.
That stalemate between the government and the Bahamas Petroleum Retailers Association over gas margins could be nearing an end. Minister for Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alcides says the two groups may soon be positioned to have a compromise. His comments coming after Vice President of the Association, Vasco Bastian, expressed optimism that they may be making progress in negotiation. The association has long argued that the high cost of living is impacting their business and could lead to layoffs as they earn just 54 cents on a gallon of gas and 34 cents on a gallon of diesel.
We want to bring them some relief, and like I said, what we're doing is we're balancing those two things. And so we're looking at, should we do some increase, what quantum, what is the timing, that sort of thing, mindful that, we're always mindful of the impact on the public. So we're not unsympathetic, as I continue to say. We're just looking for the right time to do the right thing.
More on those judicial bills debated in the upper chamber, the trial by judge alone bill and the Supreme Court amendment bill. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder, listing several factors that often lead to trial delays in the courts.
Consequently, courts may be unable to fulfill their mandate of a trial within a reasonable period of time, and therefore are obliged by the Constitution in Article 19 to release the accused on bail. So you see how these all add up, Madam President, and how ultimately what we are trying to do is to be in a position to conduct trials more efficiently, more timely, to bring the administration of justice in a more predictable and shorter time frame. To one, so we're not obligated to grant bail when it's unnecessary to do so. But two, also ensure that those who are innocent are set free, and those who may be guilty are punished. And then when they are punished, Madam President, our agenda is to punish them with the full strength of the law.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
The news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country, pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse, the people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
It's so radical. New, the Kentucky Pizza Sandwich. Crispy chicken topped with marinara sauce, mozzarella, and pepperoni. It's so new. It's so radical. Order your Pizza Sandwich now at kfcnassau.com. It's finger-licking good.
Elaine, you hear what Boss Man was saying in the back there just now?
About what? The luncheon?
Why you always worried about food? No, about how we gotta pay a little more for national insurance.
Mildred, you talking fool. I can't afford to pay that.
And you're always crying, palm out. Ain't gonna be much. Boss still gotta pay. 1st of July, 2024.
I think that criminal benefit is what did help my boy Tony through the pandemic. That same unemployment benefit. And guess what?
What?
Susan, I think she'd get a pregnancy benefit, eh?
You mean maternity benefit, eh? So now, we gotta do our part to make sure we get our pension. All right, well, let me try and go back to work, easy, boss.
Here in the Bahamas, we love our food. From savory comforters to refreshing coconut water, our cuisine reflects our vibrant culture and abundant natural resources. But as our population grows and global challenges like climate change loom, ensuring food security is more critical than ever. We at the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources want you to play your part by supporting local farmers and fishers.
Passionate Bahamians have evangelized for years about the need to feed ourselves.
Together, we can reduce our carbon footprint and promote economic resilience within our communities. Let's honor our traditions, protect our environment, and ensure that the flavors of our Bahamas endure for future generations.
Bahamas, let's work together to lower our food import bill. Food security is in our hands.
Food security is in our hands.
Warm Sunday blessings to everyone. Life is too short not to be directed in the right way.
A moment captured, a moment cherished, and one local artist is hoping the memory of a founding father never fades from the spotlight. Corval Pyfram tells us more.
It was a moment both thrilling and for the ages.
It's a privilege and honor for us to be here today.
The curtain came down and the masterpiece didn't disappoint.
50 years has been a long time, and this is where we've come, and this is your contribution going forward.
We didn't get a chance to see it before, and we know that, Jamal is a very talented artist. And to see Celinda Pinland portrait, I was waiting with bated breath as well, and it didn't disappoint. It is really beautiful.
CG Atlantic unveiling a portrait of the country's first Prime Minister, Celinda Pinland. It's the first in what will be a series of these revealings of the country's prime ministers, both current and former. All of them to be displayed prominently along Collins Wall.
We want this to be a site for school children to visit, but we also, it's close enough to downtown that taxi drivers can bring guests to learn a little bit about our history, to learn a little bit about 50 years of leadership.
At Thursday's unveiling ceremony, Celinda's widow, Dame Marguerite Pinland, spoke glowingly of her late husband.
This photograph was taken in 1985 during Shogum that we held here in the Bahamas in 1985. This was the official portrait taken because he was chair of the conference, and we had to fight him to sit down because he said, if you want to take my picture, you have to catch me running. But we had to fight him to sit down to take this official portrait. And today, hello, thank you. You look better today than ever before, and we love you still.
The project is CG Atlantic's way of celebrating the country's Golden Jubilee. The paintings, soon to be paintings, the work of master artist, Ambassador Jamal Roll.
As a little boy, I used to draw in the dirt, and now today, I'm commissioned to do portraits for people all over the world.
This artist complete and family approved. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pfeiffer.
Well, an increasing number of Bahamians are heading to Cuba for eye care under the Cataract Restoration Project. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, notes the benefits.
There's a program for cataract removals, largely, and glaucoma suspects, and that works well. It's a free program. You register at a local clinic here, you get on a list. And that's largely because the public system here is unable to cope with the thousands of people who have that issue because of glaucoma and cataracts. They're largely the two major areas. And there's a lot of diabetes and hypertension in the country, and that leads to some of these conditions. Yeah.
Mitchell details how to register.
Providence, I think you register at the South Beach Clinic and you get on a list. And the Family Islands, you register the clinics in the Family Islands and you get on a list. And they'll call you. The government picks up the tab to get you there and for the time you're there. And then you return home and the follow-up care. And it's worked out pretty well.
It's a daily chore for environmental health officials to comb the capital searching for derelict vehicles. Not only does it harbor criminal activity, but these abandoned cars generate an unhealthy environment. Altavi's Munnings tells us tonight about the latest exercise here in New Providence.
It's always been a sight for sore eyes. And environmental health officials are every day ensuring that they rid communities here in the capital of the myriad of derelict vehicles littering the streets. Earlier this week, several of these defects were disposed of in the Seabreeze constituency of eastern New Providence. They were found on a number of streets in a significant state of disrepair. Now, the ultimate goal here is to create a cleaner environment. And one way to do that is to levy penalties on those residents housing these abandoned cars, according to the Environmental Health Act.
A public health order will be served on the persons responsible, and we take you to the environment court. If we have to take you to environment court, you not only will be responsible for the removal of those derelict vehicles, but you will also be required to pay a fine.
Urban renewal is also playing a major role in this exercise.
From time to time, rodents would go into those vehicles, as well as it provides a haven for criminal activity. So we're just trying to ensure that the residents feel safe. We want to make them safe. So that's why we usually remove these vehicles out of the area.
Leading the charge, officials at the Ministry of the Environment and Natural Resources partnered with the Member of Parliament for Seabreeze to purge these derelict vehicles.
A clean community is a healthy community. A clean Bahamas is a healthy Bahamas. And so we're just here, just partnering with the ministry, just showing them the different areas that we have.
We have spoken about the fuel or the liquids going into the water table. We have spoken about just the garbage itself and the dangers to the environment. We have spoken about the criminal activity where weapons are hidden, drugs are hidden in some of these vehicles at times. And we are fighting crime, we are fighting diseases.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altavi's Munnings.
School Nationals. Details ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Ali and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Ali dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed
out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas, the region's leading tourism destination. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16 island destinations.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Over 400,000 Bahamians depend on our tourism-driven economy.
That is why tourism is everyone's business.
It's the passing on of our traditions and our cultural heritage to the next generation.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Tourism is everyone's business.
From the straw we plant, to exploring our Bahama blues, to experiencing the greatest show on earth. No matter who you are, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism
is everyone's business.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The Bahamas Red Cross has added a new member to its top team, and this as it seeks to ensure transparency, accountability, and adherence to the highest ethical standards. Derek Smith Jr. has been brought on as the organization's new chairman of its Governance, Risk, Audit, and Compliance Committee. Smith, no stranger to risk management, auditing, and compliance, is expected to oversee the Red Cross's governance practices, risk management processes, internal controls, and, of course, compliance. Red Cross President Edison Sumner says they're delighted to have Smith join the team in his new critical role. Well, a 22-year-old about to complete a rare master's and bachelor's degree later this year is home encouraging high school seniors to plan for their future. McKelton Johnson, an alumni of Kingsway Academy and now a student at Alabama A&M University, appears passionate about encouraging high schoolers.
I was once one of those high school seniors who didn't have a firm plan of where to go. And I realized after coming out of high school that if you don't have a plan, poor preparation means poor planning, and that brings a poor future. And so it is a big advocacy of mine to make sure that high school students, and especially seniors, have a plan going forward, whether it is going into the workforce, whether it is getting a trade or a degree. One of those avenues is one that will take you to success.
Johnson, who's active in the NAACP and Chamber of Commerce in Huntsville, Alabama, shared this advice.
Was purpose, trade, degree, a PTD, a simple acronym to remember. First, identify your purpose, because you don't want to waste time, and wasting time is money. And so I told them, identify your purpose, which after you've done that, find a trade. If you're not going to do a trade, at least get a degree, because one of those things will help you to succeed. Don't sit home and idle. And so the main thing today was purpose. Once you identify your purpose, everything else in life should align with your purpose.
Well, for the thousands of Bahamians on hypertension medication, medical officials are discouraging them from trying to totally get off, but rather decrease the need. The advice comes as the world observes Hypertension Day with a look at awareness and impact. Kidney and hypertension specialist Dr. LeVard Roberts says diet, exercise, and weight loss are the three main factors to lowering blood pressure.
If you aim to about 60 to 90, or preferably 90 to 150 minutes per week of exercise, so if you average about 4 days a week, at least 30 minutes, that would help keep you at goal, and that would at least lower the blood pressure, at least 5 drops, or we call it 5 millimeters of mercury. The weight, losing 1 kilogram drops it by 1. If you stick to a diet that's low in sodium, a DASH diet or a high potassium diet, those things help to actually lower the blood pressure over time.
Now, hypertension affects all organs, and if not treated properly, can lead to a stroke, heart attack, and sometimes even kidney failure.
I think the main problem is because people think they're not having symptoms, and I find people feel ignorance is bliss. If I don't check my blood pressure is controlled. So we wait until it's the last minute, until we have the symptoms or until we have to get it checked, then we find out that it's elevated. But just knowledge of what your blood pressure and the changes in the food that you eat and the differences, if you check your blood pressure daily and see how it is affected by the food that you eat and the exercise that you do, it allows you to be more vigilant about what you do on a day-to-day basis.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
It's so new. It's so radical. New, the Kentucky Pizza Sandwich. Crispy chicken topped with marinara sauce, mozzarella, and pepperoni. It's so new. It's so radical. Order your Pizza Sandwich now at kfcnassau.com. It's finger-licking good.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Andy, turns out I'm allergic to the Australian veggie spread.
Ooh, thankfully CG will cover you anywhere in the world. Remember when I went to Australia for my title fight? Trust me when I say you do not want to get in the ring with a kangaroo. It wasn't until my victory dinner with the Sultan that I realized top shelf caviar doesn't agree with me. But I was covered. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm teaching your cousin how to use a flamethrower. Woohoo!
Medical cover anywhere in the world. CG Atlantic Medical and Life. Good like that.
Hello, Bahamas. I am Patrice Adderley, CEO and co-founder of We Buy, You Sell Group Company Limited. I am so excited to announce that we are celebrating 10 years of excellence. As we mark a decade of growth, innovation, and success, we extend a heartfelt thank you to each and every one who made this journey possible. We give thanks to God for His guidance, grace, and blessings throughout this journey. Here's to the 10 years of partnership, growth, and success. Thank you, Bahamas, for being a part of our story.
Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, refuting social media claims the morgue on Bimini is inoperable. The post, which first circulated more than a week ago following an incident where a body had to be moved to an alternative location due to equipment malfunctioning, suggests the Bimini facility is completely out of commission. Speaking to the issue outside the House of Assembly Wednesday, the health minister called the situation unfortunate, adding that the social media posts were inaccurate.
The ministry responded very effectively. A lot of the concerns were directly related to delays as it relates to the the mortician, and we were on top of it. I spoke directly to my nurse in charge, and the post that you're reading is not completely accurate. But for us in the ministry, we don't go behind social media. We continue to press on to ensure that we repair. But all of these equipment are mechanical equipment, and sometimes they do fail.
The minister assures Biminites there is a contingency plan in place when incidents like this occurs, adding that repairs to the Bimini morgue are almost complete.
And we constantly have issues with power surges where certain aspects of the freezer system could be compromised. But every country or every island have an alternative place in the event that we do have someone who died. We have a temporary location where they can actually be placed until they're moved to the capital where all of the necessary mortician work would be accomplished.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, McKister. We have just a few clouds this evening. Temperature at 87 degrees, a relative humidity 56%, northwest winds at 4 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,013.3 millibars. That is 29.92 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening: 82 in Marsh, Abaco, Green, Tull, Key at 83. 82 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 86, Alistown, Bimini, 82 degrees, 82 also in Harbour Island, Rock, Sandy, Lutra at 83, 88 degrees in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, Kemps, Bayside Andros, Black Point, Exuma at 90 degrees, Alistown, Cat Island, 82, 81 in San Salvador, 82 in Rum, Key, Georgetown, Exuma at 83, 87 degrees in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Megwana, 82, Acklands at 86, Matthew Town, Niagara 82, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 85 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight for all areas through Saturday. Those winds are going to be light and variable with very flat seas, 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. A low tide will take place at 10:51 tonight with a second low tide at 11:09 tomorrow morning. And then on Sunday for the northwestern parts of our country, the winds become southerly at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide takes place at 11:49 in the morning with a high tide at 6:08 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands on Sunday, southeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
I break away and run. You should see them. Oh, how they grin as I look for food, tipping over garbage bins. They don't love me, they only know me when they need me.
Good for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, the extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Lowering your costs? That's super value and quality supermarkets. Distinction evaporated milk, 14 ounce, $1.19. Olivia vegetable or canola cooking oil, 48 ounce, $4.99. U.S. Choice boneless chuck roast or steak, $8.99 per pound. Panama raw shrimp, $41.50, 12 ounce, $4.99. Hilladale eggs, extra large, 1 dozen, $2.99. Save each day in May at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been?
Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim. Oh?
By the way, it's not Newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
This year, we were proud to introduce our theme, Under the Sea, and bring awareness to the importance of sustainable fishing and conservation of our amazing marine resources like lobster, the Nassau grouper, and conch. Moving forward every Boxing Day, the group will focus on a new cause as aligned with our key brand pillars and engaging an iconic Bahamian musician to create and perform a song to promote that cause.
Protecting the environment, right? 35 years as the mayor of the Bahamas.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the Sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of Bahamian history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the new ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most, the new ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Television just got a whole lot better with Justice with Judge Carol. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m., see real cases before a real judge. From AC disputes, traffic accidents, tenant and landlord contracts, Judge Carol will make the ruling and the decisions are final and legally binding. If you want your case heard before Judge Carol, call us at 242-445-4955 or email us at info@judgecarol.net. And remember, the decisions are final.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices? Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital. That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
What you see on this television station is governed by IRCA's Code of Practice for Content Regulation. The Code of Practice covers matters relating to program content that are of concern to the community, such as local content, news, current affairs, and programs for children, advertising, including political advertisements, and the responsibilities associated with broadcasting in the Bahamas. The code also covers aspects such as access services for the hearing and visually impaired, and the procedure for lodging a complaint about anything broadcasted by this television station. The code is available on IRCA's website at www.ircabahamas.bs. To receive a copy of the code by mail or in person, you may telephone IRCA at 242-393-0234. Family Island dialing is toll-free at 242-300-8722. Or you may send a request by email to info@ircabahamas.bs.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Friday, everybody. I'm Marcel Assault. Track and field news starting us off as they're gearing up now for the hosting of the primary schools track and field nationals. Charles Fisher has the details.
May 21st through 23rd, the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium will come alive with the best primary track and field stars throughout the Bahamas showcasing their stuff. Acting Director of Sports, Kelsey Johnson-Sills.
We are welcoming more than 34 primary schools from the family of islands. We have about 15 schools registered from New Providence. There are 4 divisions. We name them A, B, C, D because obviously this is the primary school. The A division, 13 and under, B, 11 and under, C, 9 and under, and D, 7 and under.
The meet will come with some stipulations for Family Island athletes.
We would have sent out an agreement between the Family Island schools for 14 student athletes. The reason why that particular number was reduced is because we note the fact that it's difficult to manage children in junior and senior high. So it is extremely difficult to manage primary school student athletes. We would have had an incident at high school nationals where coaches got into it. So we are trying our best to safeguard this sensitive age group.
Parents come and cheer on the athletes, but follow the rules.
We have to ensure that the 5-year-olds are protected. We have to ensure that the 13-year-olds are protected. We're not saying that parents are not allowed to come to the hotel. We're not saying that parents are not allowed to stay to the hotel. We're simply saying, parents, you're not allowed to overnight in your child's room at the hotel. Your child is now in the care of the primary school that they're representing, with the responsibility being placed on the coaches and the chaperones. You can remove your child from the stadium at any time, but with the consent of the coach or the chaperone or a ministry official. This will allow us to keep a better track on any one of the student athletes. We cannot allow a parent to just willy-nilly walk into the stadium, remove a child, and a coach becomes frantic or panic because they can no longer find that child.
Should be an exciting 3 days of intense competition. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks, Fisher. Well, standing 6 feet 8 inches tall, 21-year-old Jaden Smith has taken a different route in following his dream to play college basketball. While most Bahamians end up in the U.S. or even Canada, Smith instead found his way to the Far East. He's attending school in Taiwan. He told us how it all happened.
First, I was at a junior college at St. Petersburg, Florida, and I had an agent. I reached out to him and I told him that I wanted to play in a different environment, and he introduced me to this college league in Taiwan. The school is called UCA, Shenzhen University. I'm currently there as my second year. So we've been to the championship twice, but didn't win any. So looking to go back next year, the third year, and trying to win it.
Smith evaluating his style of play as he looks to continue to get better at the game.
I'm a slasher and a rebounder. I'm working on shooting and dribbling, ball handling, because I'm working on. I'm not dependent. Trying to not depend on the teammates. I'm also trying to help around the arc outside. I'm trying to help the teammates around the outside. So. But my strongest suit is mainly the inside, rebounding and finishing around the rim.
He added that he hopes to one day play professionally and thanked his family, including his father, Chucky, for their continued support.
I do have dreams of playing professional. It doesn't matter where it is, it's just professional and hoping it's enough to take care of my family.
Cool. Speaking of family, how have they been in terms of support and allowing you to follow your dream?
They've been supportive. I know it's a long distance, and I haven't been home in a while, so they've been supportive, and they've been there for me whenever I need them. They've been there.
And to softball, where tomorrow we'll see a winner-take-all game in the Masters Softball Association as they look to close out their best-of-3 championship series between the defending champion Corner Boys and the KC Raiders. The two teams both split a doubleheader last week, setting up tomorrow's game at 3 p.m. That'll take place at the Archdeacon William Thompson Field. And there it is, a check on sports for you on this Friday. Of course, our Friday weather forecast is just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the Sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of the human history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the News ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop. Keep going.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The News ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices? Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital. ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
I have been coming to this island since I was 12 years old. It didn't take me long to realize the rich history it has here. When I bought this island in 2018, I fulfilled a lifelong dream. The goal is not only to preserve the memories I made over those years, but to make new ones and to give others the opportunity to do the same. As we go through this process, it has become clear to me, we aren't just rebuilding an island, we're reviving a legend.
What you see on this television station is governed by IRCA's Code of Practice for Content Regulation. The Code of Practice covers matters relating to program content that are of concern to the community, such as local content, news, current affairs, and programs for children, advertising, including political advertisements, and the responsibilities associated with broadcasting in the Bahamas. The code also covers aspects such as access services for the hearing and visually impaired, and the procedure for lodging a complaint about anything broadcasted by this television station. The code is available on IRCA's website at www.ircabahamas.bs. To receive a copy of the code by mail or in person, you may telephone IRCA at 242-393-0234. the island, dialing is toll-free at 242-300-8722. Or you may send a request by email to info@irkabahamas.bs.
We seem to remember our athletes when they make us proud at the finish line. Throw a Junkanoo parade when they return home, toss them a few dollars. And then forget about them until the next Members of the prestigious Fourth Estate should never sell themselves to any politician. Instead, keep their hands and noses clean in order to publish or broadcast the unadulterated truth. Well, that's how I see it anyway.
Read as I see it, exclusively at ZNSBahamas.com. New articles premiere on Mondays at 9 a.m.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal? At the check-in counter? At security checkpoints? Or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
The internet is an essential tool for children and adults. It can be used to research school reports, communicate with teachers, and play interactive games. But online access also comes with risks, such as inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and online predators. Here are a few safety tips to help keep you and your children safe. Do not post too much personal information such as home addresses and phone numbers. Keep your privacy settings on and practice safe browsing to ensure children don't go on any inappropriate sites. Be careful about posting pictures or your whereabouts when going on vacation. Always know your child's passwords for email addresses and social media sites. Be sure to have your house computer in a common area where it can be easily monitored. Have conversations with them to make sure they aren't scheduling meetups with new people. Online safety is just as important for children as it is for adults. Not only are children more vulnerable to financial and identity scams, but they are also at risk of encountering inappropriate and potentially disturbing content. I am Police Cadet 80 Jamara Road, reminding you that safety is everybody's business. So let us do our part and continue to create safer communities.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, high pressure once again will return to the forecast area, and that will produce hot and humid conditions through the weekend and the early part of next week. Tonight, we're looking at mostly clear, warm and humid with a low temperature of 79 degrees, and tomorrow it's going to be partly sunny and humid, high temperature around 88 degrees. And the extended weather forecast looking like this. The sunny days and humid conditions will be with us right through the 7-day cycle. Nighttime temperatures rather uncomfortable as well. They're going to be in the upper 70s. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. Carnival preparations winding down as bands gear up to hit the road this weekend. One of them, Insane Avengers. Owner Ashika Culmer popped into the ZNS studios to talk a little about final preparations.
Well, our theme this year is insane fun. We're going out there not in costume this year because it was actually a slow start for Carnival to even take place right now. So we're going out there in T-shirts and bodysuits just to have a good time on the road. So we're a small band. We started last year. This will be our second year on the road. So we're just looking to have a great time. It's a mature band, classy, sophisticated, growing, fun. We also have costumes for the men, insane fun T-shirt, as well as the pants to match in different colors. If you can see, we're always a vibrant group. Like I said, we're a sophisticated group. We're a classy group. So if you're looking for a grown fun, Insane Avengers is a Carnival band for you.
And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.